Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. This is a build stream where I build Gundam model kits and Lego sets and other things that aren't those two, but mostly those two things. Occasionally we build some model kits from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, and we'll do some Star Wars stuff here and there as well. I want to say hello out there to everybody watching live, to those watching later on YouTube. We're waiting a few more minutes to see if we get a few more folks here. Not a lot of people watching at the moment. I'd like to see a few more folks join us before we really get into building. If you are in the chat, you can say something now, and that'd be great. Throw a Bear Cave emote in the chat. That would be swell. No pressure to do that, of course, but you're more than welcome to. I apologize. My lighting here isn't so great. I'm still getting some sunlight shining in because we haven't hit the June 21st or 22nd, and it's still very bright out here in New York. So I apologize for that. I've adjusted as best I can to kind of make it so my green screen works ish. But yeah, I apologize for that. That's rude. But yeah, we're gonna wait to see if a few more folks join us today before we get into going. We're doing a high grade kit right now. We've got this the Master Gundam from G Gundam, Master Asia's Gundam. I've been thinking about maybe trying to put some stickers on this friendo. I might try to put the eye stickers on because it is a high grade and it's small, but I might be able to pull it off. I don't know. I'm thinking about I might do that while we're waiting for a few more folks to come join us. If you are in the chat room, feel free to throw the Bear Cave emote if you're a subscriber, or just say hi if you're not a subscriber. You should be one. It'd be cool if you were. There are a few folks out there I know who need to renew their subscription because they use their token from Twitch Prime and it has expired. So now would be a great time to jump in, back in if you've done that. So what I'm doing right now is while we wait for people, you can't see that. It's impossible for you to see that right there because it's green, so you can't see it. But I've got some green eyes here, the black background, that I'm going to attempt to apply to my face. So let's go full screen so I'm smaller and it might be easier to see what's up. Hey, look, it's me. I'm smaller. And the overhead camera can kind of pick up that I've got a very small sticker that I'm going to attempt to put on this model. I could, and I should, take off a few layers here. It might make it easier. But yes, we've got a few more people joining us. Hello and welcome. Once again, if you feel like saying hi in the chat, feel free to. We're just doing some building today. I'm excited to build a horse. As you know, this G Gundam Master Gundam has a horse. That's the whole thing of this kit, is that it comes with a horse, and that's very silly and fun. So we will eventually build that horse. It is a unicorn in its robot form. The horse has a Gundam. That is a true statement that I just said. Alright. And then I'm just trying to fold the sticker over in a way that will work. And this is not a great job, but it's an okay job. Alright. Yeah, this is not good, but it is not bad. And for me, that's great. See, maybe you can see that in there. It'll focus maybe, I'm not sure. But there's a little sticker there on its head now. That's fun. Yeah, figured I'd do that while we wait for a few more folks to join us. Might be a low day today. I know some people probably watching NXT TakeOver. There's a wrestling show, so I'm sure there are a few folks that are engaged in that business that aren't watching live. But that's okay. I understand that. I did stream early on Thursday. I did 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday instead of my normal 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern because of E3 coverage. I decided to get out of the way of that. But I didn't want to think that everyone who was watching was going to be watching wrestling or just out on a Saturday, and decided to keep doing my normal schedule because I don't like changing my schedule if I don't have to. But yeah. I think we're just gonna push through. Don't have a lot of people watching, but you know what? There are a good number of y'all that watch it later on YouTube, which I'm always thankful for. It's very nice of you to watch it later on the YouTube archive. So for you, I say hello. Try to watch it live if you can. I will make the official announcement that Thursday is going to be my game stream. Not Thursday. Next Saturday, a week from this Saturday, will be my game stream. The idea is I'm going to be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and 7 to 9 we'll be playing games with folks, and then 9 to 11 will be my normal build stream. June 23rd, which will be Saturday, June 23rd, is my birthday, so I will be streaming. So I decided what better way to spend my birthday than with a bunch of fun people. So folks will be able to come in at 7 o'clock if they'd like and hang out with me then for their afternoon or my early evening, play some games, play some Jackbox games. I've got something that I've been playing a little bit of that folks can help me while I play and chat with me while I play. I got House Flippers, and it is soothing. I think it's going to be a fun game to play on stream with people. I've watched a few folks play that game and enjoyed it. So that will be the next thing that I do there. I'm going to go ahead and just retweet my last tweet to see if we can pull a few more folks into this before we finish up the Master Gundam and we get into Funsiki, which is the horse. But yeah, thank you for those that are watching now live. And of course, those that watch the archive, it's always appreciated. This is a pretty simple step. This is a high grade kit. As I said on Thursday, we're doing the high grade because there is no horse in the Master Grade version. We built the Master Grade before, but there is no horse Gundam, Unicorn Gundam in that version. So we had to go high grade in order to be able to do it. And our next kit is the kit that we got as another from the mailbag. I'll mention in the middle of the stream as well that the mailbag is, the Amazon wishlist is the best way to support me on my streaming and ventures because you buy kits for me to build on stream, and then I don't have to buy them. And hopefully I'm buying stuff that people have a general interest in seeing me stream and build. So that's the hope anyway. But yeah, so this is a high grade kit. We don't normally work in this scale. We don't normally work in this style of the high grade, but that's the way to do this kit. So that's how we're doing it. I'd much rather have a horse than not have a horse. Which is, I guess, a life philosophy that I don't 100% follow up on, but I mostly believe to be true. I would say there are probably times where I'm just fixing a thing here. Don't mind me. I guess there are times where I have not wanted to have a horse, but quite often I have wanted to have a horse. So that's fair. I'm going to stop this autofocusing that happens all the time that I can't do there. Okay, great. We got it going. Yeah. So I hope people are liking this after the fact. I am hoping a few more folks do pop in. This is light for me. There has been quite a bit of talk about affiliates. This is the affiliate. I'm in the affiliate program, as folks know, so they can become subscribers. There's been a bunch of talk of that lately, good or bad. There are many streamers who are just like, hey, more people means more, like maybe there's more eyes coming to look at things because more people are doing it. And there are folks that look at it and go, I did this for years with just donations and not before I became partner, and it was hard to become partner, and there wasn't a lot of information about how you did it, and affiliates shouldn't have the things that we have. And in certain respects, I agree with that. I can understand where they're coming from. There are things they have. I don't know if some of the things that are coming my way are particularly helpful. I do think it's awesome that I'm now getting my money 15 days sooner than I was earlier. I just got a PayPal statement here, and that is awesome. Um, because it allows me to keep doing this. Folks that are subscribers allow me to continue to stream, and uh, that is very beneficial to me. So, being able to buy kits, and also like part of it is just I don't. This channel hasn't grown as fast as I would like to. We're about to hit the 1 year anniversary of me starting to stream, which is in July. Of course, I wasn't obviously an affiliate at the very beginning, but yeah, I feel like since Emerald City Comic Con, I dropped a bunch of subscribers because I didn't stream for like a full week, and that hurt the amount of people that follow me and can keep up with what I'm doing. That hurt quite a bit, and I have not really recuperated from that. And I live between like 18 to 24 subscribers at a time, which is um, I am not upset about it at all. That's fantastic, but I would like it to be a higher number, certainly. Um, I'm hoping the quote unquote stunt of streaming for 4 hours next Saturday will help with that some. That people will be coming and checking out what I'm doing, playing some games, and then maybe watching me build some stuff next Saturday. Next Thursday we'll be back to the normal time of 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Eastern. Um, yeah, I think I said that before, but yeah, if you watch this after the fact, if you don't watch it live, um, I hope that I will be able to still keep up with it. I'd love it if you could watch it, live someday. Maybe the Monday afternoon stream that I am always hoping to be able to do will come up. Financially, just has not worked out. I'm at $100 and something right now on my Patreon. The goal is to hit 150, and then I'll be able to afford to have more kits. Even just streaming the extra half hour like I will tonight, be doing that all month has been okay for my backlog of kits. I have 2 Lego kits and another model kit waiting after the one I'm going to start when I finish this. That's a pretty good buffer. I certainly like to increase that. Especially because I don't really want to do a Master Gundam or the G Gundam right away because I have the Burning Gundam or the God Gundam waiting in the wings. But I'll probably do a Lego kit soon because it's been a while since I did a Lego kit, and why not? I got 2 of them. I'm excited about both of them, so that would be good. Uh, this is kind of like the YouTube, almost like a YouTube bonus special, in that there is nothing going on in chat, and so I am talking to nothing, almost like I am doing when I do my YouTube things. Speaking of which, I'll have one of those in July. So the goal is so July, going to San Diego Comic Con. I want to stream from San Diego. At the very, very least, I will do a IRL data plan, holding my phone. How's everything going? I'm going to tell you about my time here at San Diego Comic Con. Like, that's a guarantee is I'm going to do that. I'm hoping that when I'm in San Diego, that I might be able to hook up with a friend of mine who lives in San Diego and maybe stream from his place. That's something that I'd like to do, and do a proper build stream, like buy a kit somewhere in San Diego, either at regular hobby shop or at the convention center, like buy a Lego kit or some sort, and do it like on a stream. That's something that I've thought might be fun to do. So I'm looking into that. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I've been, uh, kind of feeling that out because I'll be staying in a hotel, so I can't imagine that Wi-Fi is going to work well for streaming, like doing a proper show. So I'll probably just have to use my phone and use LTE, and try to keep my data low. It'll be right after I pay my bill, so theoretically, I will have some data to spend. But even if it costs a little bit of money, that wouldn't be too bad. That's the hope anyway, that I'll be able to stream for all y'all uh, something, because I don't want to go, because I'm leaving on Wednesday and coming back I think on Monday, or yeah. So like I'm going to miss a stream. Like there's no way I wouldn't miss a stream that by doing that. So I don't like that. I don't want to miss two streams. Is what I'm saying. But right now, I don't believe I have anything going on that will prevent me up until that weekend from doing the normal stream stuff with y'all. Uh, 2 weeks from now is an improv marathon at my theater, and I will be there for that, and that's fine. Um, but I should still be able to do everything I normally do on Thursday and uh, Saturday nights. I will be probably tired. I will take a nap on Saturday because I will be that Saturday. I'll have worked. What are the hours I'm working? Oh, I'm working 8 a.m. till 4 p.m., which is not a long. That's not a lot. It's not a huge destructive time, but for me, that's very early. As you know, I work evenings, so the idea of being awake at like 7 so I can get in a little early is not preposterous, but I'm not looking forward to it, I guess is what I'll say. I'm looking forward to a bunch of stuff, but that's not one of them. All right, so we'll do that. Take some pieces out here. So yeah, we're building our legs. This is, uh, there's nothing like too uh, specific here or tricky with this. We're just building pieces, and we can still do the left side and the right side as we're doing it. It's yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Put those over there. We've got some leg pieces here on A. Our little piece there. I'll put that there. Um, yeah, I am looking forward to next Saturday, 1 week from tonight, doing the game stream early and then doing my normal stream after that, playing some games. Like I said, House Flippers is very relaxing and fun, so I look forward to doing that. I need to play a little bit more of it. I need to unlock more tools and more abilities. I got to get some gameplay in. So I think I'm going to do that tomorrow and record that sneak preview here. I'll tell you. While I mostly was going to play visual novels on my Let Pat Play stream, I think I'm just going to play and record myself playing some House Flippers tomorrow or late tonight, depending on how I feel. I might do that, and then that will be the recording that goes up on Monday for folks, because I think that's a fun game. But that way I can level up some more before the live stream. Sorry. Okay, great. But yeah, it really is like talking, like I'm recording this for YouTube. This is like uh, the least talkative the chat has been. There's occasionally been some very like one-on-one conversations. Um, I will say this. I should say this. I am not unhappy that folks watch the stream and don't want to chat. Because some people watch it on devices where it's not easy to chat, like on their phones, and it's not easy for them to also bring up the chat. Or people watch it like, they're not chatters. I mean, I'm a lurker first and foremost. I like saying hi and letting the host know I'm there on a stream, and maybe making a joke here or there, or a sick burn. But I am not one to, in general at least, I am not one to like really chat up and be active in the chat. So I understand that, and I'm not judging or mad. I'll say I made one very snarky comment during E3 chat stuff with Giant Bomb that in the moment I kind of felt bad about, but I do think it's pretty funny. they had put up the coming up next and listed the people and their jobs and their what company they worked for, and I was very snarky when I said, okay, so C8, C9, C8, oh, great, they are identical. That when someone who was working at harmonics came up, I said, people still work at harmonics, which is I think a pretty good burn, but it is a little bit unlike me. But I was like, oh yeah, that's right. They make a thing that people like. I have never played Drop Mix, but I've heard very good things about it. I just the investment of it would it's like too much money if I didn't have somebody who would, people that would want to play. So I have not tried that. But who knows? Someday maybe I'll be in a room with people that have it, and we'll try it out, and it'll be rad as heck. I do like card games. I like card games. I like card battling games. Those are things that I enjoy. I'm still playing Hearthstone. Um, I got some feedback that people didn't necessarily love watching me play or show off my decks. Um, Jackbuck stuff seems to be the most popular, but also, you got to wait to have people before you can really do it. But that seems to be the thing people like the most is playing Jackbuck stuff with y'all. So we'll see. Um, yeah, this is just a chill chat, a chill stream. I don't hate it. I just got a message that someone left a not very nice comment on one of my YouTube videos. So I'm going to go in and delete that in a moment. But I'm going to wait till after the stream to do it. I'm not going to do it on stream. Um, I will say in general, if people posted things that were not super kind about, uh, my Let's Play videos or the Build with Baer Workshop, then I usually just let it go. I could be the bigger man about that stuff. People have their opinion, even if they're wrong and hurtful. But it's on one of my 404 videos, and that sucks. I got no interest in having the wonderful people who have agreed to be guests on 404 and do the show. They don't deserve ill treatment. No, thank you. I'm not gonna stand for that shit. Uh, Especially because they're like wrong. It's like we said, what trash people, I believe was the comment. And I'm like, none of the people on that stream are trash people. They're all really good, awesome people. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and find this comment. Yes, we were described as trash. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it because it's on a video with very good people who are certainly 100% not trash. And so, got to take care of that. Can't have that. There we go. I had some nice comments, and I don't need that comment mixed in. Like I said, I got a pretty thick skin. I'm on the internet where I try to be positive and cool. So I'm used to people not liking the stuff I do. And of course, I also showcase awesome, wonderful people who, by being on the internet as women and non-binary types of folks, get obviously a lot of shit from idiots and jerks, and so I occasionally attract the attention of not awesome people, for the virtue of having awesome people do the two panels with me. I occasionally attract some jerks. I don't need that. As I said, I don't need that on my channel. I'm a big boy. I can handle myself. Most of it rolls off. Because most of it is just like that one was just wrong. Like, None of that was trash. It was good. It was a good panel. Good, funny panel. Good people. Both of the GamerX East panels that I did for 4-4ing it, I think are really good. Um, I've been asked about GamerX East this year if I'm going to submit or go, and I have decided I will not. Um, I know that someone else new, someone not related uh, to Matt Kahn and company is running it, but um, I can't in good conscience support that, so I won't. Um, Best of luck to them. I mean, I still believe that uh, a queer-focused video game convention is incredibly important, um, and I do believe that folks like the basically the a FlameCon equivalent for gaming would be awesome. But unfortunately, that's not what we have right now. We have something very tainted, and it sucks. Um, we talk about nerd spaces being tainted. It's not a unusual thing to mention, and it's never really a surprise. But when you're talking about queer spaces, there is this predominantly queer spaces. It often happens, unfortunately, and you would think it wouldn't because people are trying to look out for one another. But the expectations that you will do work for free are cheap because you're giving back to the community. Some people take advantage of that, which is shitty. Beyond the also like other accusations that have come to light uh, about that company and various other things. I will say this: probably keep your charity and your business separate. That's my opinion. That might be an inaccurate opinion. There might be somebody out there that's like, no, you totally should have those two things connected. Uh, those things are totally fine to have like be directly associated between your paid business and your charity business. But seems like it's a bad call. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud. All right, we're assembling our legs here, putting our pieces together, getting stuff done. I'm going to do this now. We're going to keep going on this. This is good. This has been good. Easy to assemble here. So this goes like this, and this goes like that. Let's see. What can I tell you about people who are watching this? Okay, something like that. Um. Hmm. Oh, Comic Girls. Watched episode 11 today. It was good. So I was actually surprised. As many of you know that have been paying attention, following me in my discussions of that show, uh, I don't necessarily love the main character, Chaos. Uh, she's that kind of like very nice and very sweet, but also like very self-deprecating, like to a comic effect, like too fucking much. Chill out, young lady. God, why are you like this? Why are you so much? Why are you like this so much? Kind of a vibe. But in this episode, a good thing happened to her, and I was into it. And there was some bittersweet stuff as well. Some fun stuff with some fine minor character work that I really liked. But yeah, I kind of called it. I'm not going to say what it is because there are a couple people watching that show. I kind of called what I thought, where I thought it was going to end up, and it did end up there. So that's either because I think it's because it was just like a very obvious thing that anyone could have guessed. But it's still an okay show. I like the minor character. Like I said, I like the support characters a lot more than I like the main character. I think she's fine, but like nothing. And people said in chat previously that they always like the minor characters more, and that's not always been true for me. There are quite a few characters where shows where I like the main character more than I like the supporting cast. All right, so this goes like this. And this goes like that, so that it bends. Putting these knees in here. We're almost done here with these legs. Then we can add the feet here. Yeah, so it bends like this. You don't have any of those other tiny little things that move while it moves. These are, it's a high grade. It's pretty straightforward, pretty standard kits. There is a lot of a movement here in the legs. I assume that's because this Gundam has to sit on a horse, so it needs a little bit more movement than other kits of a high grade size. But there is quite a bit of rotation here in the leg, and I think that's kind of cool. All right, so we got our legs done. Kind of put them like that with our kit. So it's time to work on we need to build the waist. So it's time to build that waist. I'm just going to quickly chat. We're going to go to Twitter here and say that I'm still working. Oh yeah, Outer Lands doc, which more and more of this coming out. Folks that don't know about the Outer Lands doc, basically Area 5 spawned out of the video department from One Up going away years and years ago. Matt Chandronay is on Rebel FM with Arthur Geese. But yeah, Matt and Ryan and some people have spawned out of that and moved on to other jobs. But those gentlemen all basically made a production company, and they kickstarted a video series, and it took them years and years to do it. And I just got my Kickstarter rewards like today, which was the longest between backing and getting the product of any Kickstarter I've ever done. The one before that was Bee and Puppy Cat. Took a very long time to get the physical stuff because they sold the show eventually and had to do more stuff for it. So it took a very long time to get my rewards. The shirt's very cool. I got a shirt and a couple stickers. I didn't get a lot of big rewards. I didn't get the physical DVDs or anything because at the time I didn't have a ton of cash to support them, which I wish I'd had more. At the time, I wish I'd had more money to support it. But yeah, it was the Double Fine Adventure, Bee and Puppy Cat. I now have very few Kickstarter things left. Before very few things left before I've got all the stuff because I've really, obviously, like a lot of people, I've tooled down how many things I support on Kickstarter. I just backed a documentary about the log lady, Catherine. I forget her last name. Apologize for not remembering that. But I just backed a documentary with a lot of footage. Basically, they knew that her last scenes were kind of built around the fact that everyone knew that she would pass fairly soon. So from Twilight, So from Twin Peaks, in order to get that footage together, and then there's a documentary being made about people that really knew her, about a director that very much knew who she was. David Lynch is interviewed in it. So it is made with his tactical approval. Her daughters approved the making of it. So there's some good people that want it to get made. I backed it, put some money towards it. Not a ton, but, some. Because it felt like that would be a good thing to support. And the other big Kickstarter I'm waiting on. There's one that's defunct. I know I'm never gonna get it. It was a lovely young lady that was trying to make playing cards where the backs of the cards were, or one side of the card was famous feminist women in tech. Oh, I've got a new follower. Uh, Chica Sudar is following. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Thank you. Um, but yeah, I that project. Good try, good try. Chica Chicat Suster. Chica Suster. I don't know. Chi. I don't know. I try my best. You got a name. It's got a lot going on. Um. But yeah, the and then what's her name? No. What's her name? I don't know. Zoe Quinn has her game that I backed. Not much. I don't remember giving her too much money, and that'll be done when it's done, and it'll be great and weird and much bigger than she ever thought it was going to be, and happy for her on that. But like, yeah, I definitely stopped backing board games because board games are great, and I love them. But the delays were just annoying, and I knew the delays were coming. And mostly my big gripe in general with delays is just like, hey, tell me. I had two different things that I backed that delays happened, and it just so happened that they paid extra to get some of it so that like they could sell some copies at Gen Con. And that happened twice. And it's like, I get that you are behind and like off schedule because of delays you weren't prepared for. That's life. But it was frustrating to be like, people who just happen to be at Gen Con and walk up to you get this game, but I don't get this game, and I paid you money for it. They're getting it before I am. That happened at PAX West once and twice at Gen Con. Actually, the PAX West was nice because they were like, they just gave me a copy of the game and then like checked me off a list. So that was kind of nice. And then eventually then just mailed me the extra cards that were part of the Kickstarter thing. So I did appreciate that they were like, "Oh, well we'll send you you will just give it to you because you backed us." That was helpful. Got a few more folks joining us. Hello and welcome. This is a little more laid back than our normal streams. Pretty light, as you can see. There's very little to no chat today. Most of our talkative or typists seem to be at other things. I know there's wrestling happening. NXT is happening, so I can understand why some people are watching that. And I get it. Hopefully, people will hang out. And of course, I do have a bunch of people that watch on YouTube after the fact. And so, of course, this video will be just the same to them. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's see. Anime stuff. Wrestling is good again for an hour until it's bad again tomorrow, unless it's also good again tomorrow. Chica, you're totally right. So yeah, right now wrestling is good because the good wrestlers are doing their good wrestling thing, and so we're all very excited about the good wrestlers doing their thing, and then it's going to be great until tomorrow when maybe they don't let the good wrestlers be good wrestlers. Maybe they don't let two of the best wrestlers in the world actually wrestle a match. They're supposed to wrestle a match against one another and put on a really top tier match, and instead they'll just disqualify one or the other via ball shots. So like who knows? Yeah, they're just gonna punch each other in the dicks for 20 minutes. I mean, then I forget who said this. Oh, Iron Mike Eagle, fantastic rapper and also wrestling fan, works on a wrestling podcast called Tights and Fights. He said story writing is dead if one of them doesn't show up wearing a cup. And I totally agree with that. I think like, it's all make believe and smoke and mirrors and magic and all that other stuff, and that's fine. Suspension of disbelief is totally fine. It's hard to suspend your disbelief if you keep getting punched and hit in the balls, and you have balls, and then you don't protect them. That seems like an oversight, a mental fortitude oversight. Like you think you'd eventually wear a cup. I don't know. But there's going to be some good wrestling tomorrow. Excited to see what happens. Money in the Bank is a fantastic gimmick match. The fact that we get two is great. There have been apparently rumors of who's going to get what and what's going to go where and who's going to win, and perhaps whoever wins the Money in the Bank in the women's division will cash in that night as a way for the fact that neither wrestler in the women's division should probably lose this match. It's only second pay-per-view, but probably we shouldn't have your big MMA fighter come in and lose. You also probably shouldn't have your big strong champ lose either. And you probably shouldn't have hello board. You probably shouldn't have your second pay-per-view person come in and win the championship on one of the nights. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. So maybe you shouldn't have that. So someone cashing in the Money in the Bank and becoming the new champion kind of takes the heat off that because it puts the focus on them. Board, hello. I want to see Braun break more ladders. The gimmick ladder that he broke is one of my favorite things in quite some time. For folks that don't watch a lot of wrestling, there's a ladder match, and there's, of course, tons of ladders. And a couple of ladders, they gimmick ahead of time to make it so that there's it's two sections of a metal ladder, and then it's wood, and so the wood is easier to break. And usually it's someone throws someone or someone jumps off something and lands and breaks it. Instead, it was used as a barrier, and then Braun Strowman, who is a strong man, just used his arms and double axe handled and broke a ladder. And it was a great moment. It was a very good moment. Just like Hulk smash kind of a moment. And so I hope that they find another way to do that. It's not just the same beat for. I mean, I'll take beat for beat because I think it was very good. But the hope is that they could find another way to do that beat, some other way of doing it. But just it was so good. And Bobby Roode sold it so well because he was like, ha, 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 ha. Yes, you're right. I was just about to say to you, him being like, ha, this ladder's in the way, which also isn't going to stop Braun Strowman. But then Braun was just like, ladder is not in the way. And his facial expression was so good. Oh, he sold it so well. It was a very good moment. Board says Braun breaking things has to be a spin-off show. Yeah, I think at the very least, I'd like to see a collection of him just breaking things. I do want to see him with a grappling hook again. I think that was not used enough. All right, so we've got our legs here, and we are going to assemble the legs. Our skirt is pretty easy to put together in the high grade. Once again, we were working on the Master Gundam. We did the Master Grade version of the Master Gundam from G Gundam before. Now we're doing the high grade because the high grade comes with a horse, a unicorn horse. I also think that I like the idea of someone building a bigger barricade for him to pop through. I'm going to take a drink of water. Pardon me, folks, but I've been talking a lot. Yeah, some sort of big structure will just be in his way, or maybe they're going to have something with an elaborate ladder set up, and he'll just push it over and break through it to get to someone. But yeah, folks believe that of the New Day that Big E is going to be the one in the match. But I think that they've had Xavier Woods involved in a bunch of matches lately to get the audience to remember that he's a very good wrestler. And I think Xavier Woods is going to be in there to do spots because really the spot person in that match, I don't like to say spot monkey. The person who is small who you be throwing around the ring is Finn Balor, and Finn Balor works best when you forget how small he is. So I think that Xavier Woods is going to be the person in it, and Xavier Woods is going to get tossed all over the place, and Big E's just going to pull pancakes out of his singlet. All right, now we got to build the wings on the back, but we are almost done with our Master Gundam. So that's my take on it. Is Xavier Woods is going to come in to fall off things and fall off the ladder, and hopefully not hurt himself too much. Such a strange thing in regards to everyone thinks it's going to be Kofi because cool spots, but yeah, I think Kofi. Here's the thing that people remember that Kofi is incredible, but also Kofi has been in the company a very long time and like already got his spots. Like I think the Royal Rumble, he had to do two Royal Rumbles this year, so I think he earned the ability to not worry about being in a ladder match, and they can just let Xavier take the bumps on this one. I'm unclipping some hands here. We're not going to use any of these hands. We're going to keep with the glowing hands. We might put the big hand on if I can figure out how to do that. I don't know how to put the big hand on, but there is a big hand on this kit. But yeah, we're going to build the backpack here in a second. But yes, he's got a big old palm. You can see that right there. Uh, Big monster hand. Uh, yeah, so interesting. I think that like Xavier Woods has been able to kind of like keep the Austin Creed name through the YouTube going and moving, and it's this weird thing. It's very strange because if you don't watch any of it, very few people are wrestling under their wrestling name, unless their wrestling name is also the name that they use outside of WWE. Like AJ Styles has a segment. He's always AJ Styles, but everybody else is kind of like another name, just kind of like a nickname or whatever, to kind of separate it from that because all the up down down stuff lives almost in a weird. It lives almost in the same reality that like Total Divas and Total Bellas live in, where it's not real, but it's not the same storylines as like WWE. It's like a different real, and I don't know quite how to describe that perfectly. I don't know if I did, but like it's this weird. It is an odd thing where it's just like a strange reality. Um, but the fact that Austin has been able to like via Capcom have the New Day go up against like three members of the Golden Elite is remarkable. I mean, his video game stuff with Kenny. People need to remember, like Kenny obviously was still big in Japan when they started going at it, but not as big as he's gotten. Certainly, not as internationally big. Not as so big that people are like, oh, you know, it is this thing like WWE isn't always like the fact that they're willing to acknowledge who those three gentlemen are in any way. Like they weren't going to promote it on television, sure, but they did promote it on the website. Uh, and I think it leads to speculation that people think like, well, maybe they're trying to bring them in to WWE. Uh, and I don't know if I could see Kenny doing that for another several years. I feel like Kenny's going to go past it. He's going to ride New Japan for all it's worth for a number of years way more than anyone else. But I could see the Young Bucks making the move. Could totally see the Young Bucks uh, given some time because like also it's like, hey, I got to see the Young Bucks drop the belts at the Ring of Honor titles to the Hardys in a special surprise match. That was Cody Rhodes was the big. Cody Rhodes joined the club on that night in New York, but nobody knew the Hardys were going to show up and win the tag belts, and then announce like, hey, we're going to be doing dates, and of course they dropped them back, and then showed up the next night on WWE, but it was that very strange thing where like I would love to see that again. I think there's money to be made. I think the Young Bucks have proven that they can that they understand marketing, that they can earn money. I think it would bring some indie eyes onto the product again, which always helps the WWE. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where like it's not a no-brainer, but it is like, well, somebody's offering cash. Somebody's making the move. You gotta believe that. Who knows though? Yeah, I mean, people have been talking about that idea of New Japan and WWE kind of having like a talent exchange, specifically having some like New Japan wrestlers work their British shows and stuff like that, because there is a tiny fear of Ring of Honor, being the next big thing here in the U.S. But I don't know. Who knows? Got into wrestling talk, but that happens here on the Baer Workshop. Sometimes I do speak about wrestling because it comes up. Not always, Sometimes we only talk about anime. Sometimes we talk about you know current events. We could talk E3 stuff if that's stuff that people want to chat about. I'd be fine with doing that too. Um, I I still feel like I am not going to want to play Fallout 76 because I still think that even though you can play it solo, the fact the always online nature of it is not something that interests me. Um, and I think that's just who I am as a person and the kind of games that I like to play. But I am excited for friends of mine who that's totally up their alley. Um, I do like the idea. I will say this: I do like the idea of the fact that like not the gameplay mechanic of having nukes, but because people always said like, "Hey, it's been so many years. Why has civilization not built itself up again?" Yes, we understand. Yes, I understand that there are like monsters and stuff. But why is everything still so messed up? And I like that the reason is because the first survivors, all of the original survivors, like people who were in fallout shelters and came out the vaults, um, were were blowing each other up and just making it worse for generations. I think that's like I think that's very good. That's a good bit of business to explain why things are the way they are. But yeah, obviously, I much rather would have had another Fallout game, a 4.5, another New Vegas style game would have been something much more in interest to me. But yeah, still questions about it. You never know. I pre-ordered Yakuza 0. I played a lot of that, but I don't currently own a PlayStation 4, so I never finished the game. Um, but I played a lot of it enough for it to be on my Game of the Year list and really enjoyed it. Um, but it was on sale. I don't know if it's still on sale, but it was on sale for like $18 on Steam. So yeah, I got that. and can't wait to play Yakuza 0. And I think what I might do is for my Let Pat Play series is I'm going to see what kind of mods people make for out there. It might use Cheat Engine. I might just see if people aren't really making cool mods. I might just use the Cheat Engine for that. But I've been thinking that I might record some video of me playing that game. Right now, I don't play them. Okay with that. Yeah, Yakuza. I mean, like, it's like, especially the '80s one. It's like add more '80s stuff to it. Add more songs. Add more music. Add more fighting styles. Redo some of the character art. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with that game, but I am excited for it. Board says right now I don't plan on playing, and I'm okay with that because there are so many other games I want to play and don't have time for. And I assume that's in relation to Fallout 76, and I do agree with you. And I am happy for friends of mine that like Rust style games. Um, but there was some line in that press one of the press briefings where they went, and of course it's going to have the Fallout base building. And I was like, what do you mean? Of course, we've only had that in one game, like settlement building stuff. Like it's new. It's not like it's always been part of the series. It's like a brand new thing you're trying out. Like, please don't act like it's a core gameplay mechanic now of all Fallout games. Like, you gotta make it better. It's still kind of cool, but you gotta make it better. Like, mods. Obviously I play with quite a bit of mods. I think I said, I'm on Nexus every day. Uh, that was the one thing I cared about base building. It's me and Austin Walker. Yeah, well, I mean, I do like base building. So I'm playing right now my current Fallout 4. Like I played the first through, finished it, did the missions that I wanted to do. I've always like kind of just seen what was out there. Right now, I'm doing a playthrough. The goal of this playthrough is, I got to Diamond City as fast as possible. I have not, and I've built up Sanctuary, and I've only been to Sanctuary. I mean, I've been a bunch of places, but I haven't, and I've helped some people, but I haven't gone and done anything to help out with the Minutemen, to lead me to the Minutemen. I literally am just like going through the motions. It's me and Piper versus the world, and I'm rebuilding Sanctuary with my robot and my dog, and some settlers, because you don't need to have multiple settlements. I have two settlements. I have Red Rocket, Rocket, and I have Sanctuary, and that's all you need. And you could just, once you've done it once, you can do all of the settlement building you want. You don't need to go and start the Minutemen stuff. And I'm like pretty happy with that so far. That's been pretty fun to do it that way. Just kind of doing whatever side quests I want to do, not worrying about helping a lot of other people or meeting, like my goal is to not walk into the room to meet McCreary. Like I don't want to meet him. I don't want to run into to a bunch of possible like randos. Like I just want to like have my small crew and hang out with my small crew. Like I'm never gonna meet Kate because I'm just not gonna go there and to meet her. I think that's gonna be my this playthrough of Fallout 4 is kind of like I'm not gonna meet Dance. Sorry, just not gonna meet him. Like, and I'll probably never finish this one. Won't have like an end goal to it, but it'll be like pretty fun. I'm gonna see about having Piper fall in love with me and see what's going on. Fallout 4 base building was good when using a few of the mods. Community made, yeah, yeah. No, I mean there's some really good mods out there. I mean scrap anything, scrap dead things is the best mod out there, because there are some ghouls and bodies that you just want to get rid of, or you want to like, or there's like, I want to get rid of these moles now and not have to wait and not have to like quit out of the game and come back. Scrap dead things is fantastic. That's a fantastic mod. There are a few other pretty essential ones. You can get the cheat, the the cheater mod that lets you basically build a machine, a dispensary of materials. That one's pretty handy. There are a few that are just like very helpful in order to get what you want to do. But yeah, that playthrough that I'm playing right now, my like uh, somewhat of a cheater's playthrough. Um, I just went to the Atomic Cats because I really like the Atomic Cats. Atomic Cats are cool. I like them a lot. They were so the Atomic Cats. I will say this: Atomic Cats are the only group in Fallout 4 that remind me of all of the cool small groups in Fallout New Vegas. Because they like aren't part of the main story. They have like a connection to one other place. They're referenced like in the game that they had some connection to some people, but really they're just doing their own thing, and I really like that. They're one of my favorite factions because of that. Because I think they're just like cool and fun. All right, so we're gonna build the. So here's his wings. Obviously, these wings are way better in the master grade. They look way cooler in the master grade. But he's got the wings. So he's also got his cloak shield. His cloaking shield. We're gonna build that in a moment or two. But I'm going to take a break here for a moment. We are going to 11 p.m. Eastern, but we will take a break and do some sponsor stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, all this is in the show description. Mention my Patreon. I'm at over $100. I'm trying to get to $150. When I hit $150, I will be able to stream 3 times a week. I'll be able to add a Monday stream because I'll have enough income coming in to be able to afford to all the kits I'll need. Speaking of which, my birthday is on June 22nd. I will be doing an extra long live stream on June 22nd starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. 2 hours of games, 2 hours of building. I should probably switch that or maybe break it up, but I'm going to do 2 hours of gaming first, then 2 hours of building. That's the choice I made, which is nonsense. But if you want to buy me something for my birthday, or just you saw something you think would be great, I constantly update my Amazon wish list. Here it is, right here. And if there's something that you think should be on there, if you're like, oh, I would love it if you built this, I would buy that. Let me know. I'll add it, and I'm always willing to do that. If it's something that I think would be cool to do on stream, I would love to add that. And then one-time donations go to Ko-fi, Coffee. I say it every way. That's my coffee page. And then you don't have to be a subscriber. You don't have to be a follower. You don't have to follow me on Patreon. You don't have to do any of that. Following me here on Twitch helps because you can set your notifications so you find out when I'm streaming. But also, I have a Discord, and I will always promote that on my Discord. And you're free, and anyone can join my Discord. It's the Build with Baer community Discord. You're more than welcome to join that. I'd love to have you there. And then, if you have Amazon Prime and Twitch Prime, you link those together. If you have Amazon Prime, you should get Twitch Prime. There's a lot of benefits besides the fact that you can just use a token with me. Or $5 if you want to become a subscriber. The last stream of the month, which this month will be Saturday, June 30th, so 2 weeks from tonight. 2 weeks from tonight, I'm going to give away 2 model kits. That's right. Last month's winner never contacted me, and so instead of doing a redraw, I'm going to just do 2 drawings at the end of this month. And so someone's going to win a kit. 2 different people are going to win 2 different model kits that I've built. So I'm excited for that. So that's all that stuff. We got another, hour of stream here. So what we want to do is we want to, yeah. So we're going to build this cape thing that comes on. So we're going to take the wings off because the wings get attached later. Take the wings off here. Now, of course, these instructions are in Japanese. And so I'm going to do my best to figure them out. But they seem pretty straightforward, so I shouldn't be too worried about it. Okay. So, this is C19, or sorry, this is B8. I need B8. Which one's B8? Oh, this is B8. Okay. This is a thing that wasn't in the Master Grade. The Master Grade just had the wings. It did not have the cloak shield. So I have never built this here. Will Smith is hosting the stream. Thank you, Will. Hopefully a few folks will pop in to watch that. Always appreciate that support from Will Smith. And then C19 and C20. Yeah, so we're going to put the cloak on this Master Gundam, and then we will build the what do we have left? Oh, we have to build our horse or unicorn. That's next. Yeah, so as far as like any kind of support like that, really the Amazon wish list is awesome. If you've got a couple bucks burning a hole in your pocket, and you can throw a little support my way, I really appreciate that because it allows me to purchase stuff. But other folks want to do the monthly thing either through the Patreon or they want to do through Twitch. Twitch does get you cool emotes. Well, I think they're pretty snazzy emotes. All right, so this goes on. This is B8. B8 goes on like this. I have to turn these. This is a kind of a weird setup, but it should work out okay. All right, so if I do like that. There we go. Okay. Just goes like that. That's the front. That's the side there. And then that was that. And then I got to do the same thing on the front side, which is B7. And of course, there are a bunch of stickers I could put on this, but like I said, I'm not really a sticker person. It's kind of not my game. I will probably put a little bit on the horse. But we'll see when we get there. Maybe I won't. There, and then... Okay. So this is B7. And then B7, like I said, has a bunch of stickers, but we're not going to worry about that. And then 18 goes on one side, 17 goes on the other. If there's anything else you were looking forward to that you saw at E3, feel free to let me know. Sound off in the comments. Always cool to hear from folks about what they liked and what they wanted to see. Like I said, Fallout was the big question mark for me. It was the big what's that gonna be, kind of a thing. And now I know, which is good. And Smash Brothers is always good to learn about what's going on in that world because I do enjoy those games. But to me, it was like the Jackbox announcement. I was like, that's kind of more up my alley, and that wasn't an E3 thing, so. But it was something I was interested in. Yeah, so we've got this cloak thing that we're building here, which is kind of fun. You don't see this that often. So we're putting that on. It's pretty weird. Trying to get this to snap in place here without breaking anything. Almost like the, some of the wings for the Wing Gundam do this. I wonder if they took that from this kit. Because a few other kits out there have done it and other Gundam shows. But, Yeah, I don't know if anything was stolen because G came out before Wing. But okay, so we'll put that there. And then C14 is this one. C15 is that one. Very odd. This very odd looking thing. Because it also, like, it's a cloak and it's like a protects it, but it also doesn't cover. It just covers, like, the body. Probably helps it for re-entry and space. But yeah, if there's anything y'all want to hear from me in this last 45 minutes or so of a stream, feel free to reach out about it. We going, yeah, like I said, to 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'm doing an extra half an hour every stream this month because it is my birthday month, and thought it'd be fun to be able to do that for folks and give them a little extra this month. And it's a celebration. And then this has got to go. What does this got to do here? All right. It's like telling me a thing, and then it says, don't do that, do this other thing. And I'm not sure what it wants from me. Oh, where were these supposed to go? Shoot. Oh, no, that's part of the wings. I knew that. Okay. I knew that. I'm not wrong. All right, so this goes on like this. And that goes. Oh, there's a way to open this up so you can stick a hand through. That's what it was. That was describing that. I don't need that. All right. Here's our weird shield. And then of course there's a couple weapons here. One of the hands could become a bigger hand, which is a fun thing. But yeah, so that's his little shielding kind of case. He's got his wings as well. Fun little bit of business. And then you could have it so that he uses his whip as a weapon. But I like having the whip attached to the tiny version of him. So I'm going to keep that as is and not separate the two. Because I think it's way funnier that one of the accessories you have is a tiny version of Master Asia, as you can see there, and a very large cape. Which obviously, like I said, you can separate and then use the cape as a weapon. But you can just basically like cut it here, like right there, and separate it. But I like having it be attached. I think that's sillier, and I'm all about the sillier choice. All right, so that goes away. Got a couple more pieces here. I don't remember what these are for. I think these are actually, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, these are. The horse is 2 sheets, but it does have one other thing. Horse should be pretty simple to do. But yeah, that's our Master Gundam in his. We'll take him out of his coffin to put him on the horse. It's not a coffin, but you know what I mean. And then we need. I gotta reach down here, pull up our horse pieces. Very strange. I'm just gonna snip out these pieces here so I can get rid of this. And then we'll bring our horse pieces up. And we're going to build our unicorn. Funasaki. The unicorn, which I'm very excited to have. And yeah, we'll keep going on our stream here. Keep building. Keep making it happen. Those of you that just popped in, a couple of new people popped in here in the chat. Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a great evening. This was a good Saturday. I had a meeting today about a festival that I'm working here from part of my day job. or day job that I do at night, um, which is my thing. Um, so yeah, I J 13 and 14. These are big. Oh man, these are big pieces, which is great. You don't need a lot of pieces for your big horse, I guess. And you also want to make sure it's sturdy because it has to have the weight of a Gundam on it. Um, but yeah, I had a meeting today, which kind of cut the day in half, and then I went shopping. I went to Old Navy because my belt broke last night. That's right, a belt that I've had for quite some time. I cannot remember when I bought it, but I did realize that looking at it, I bought it at Old Navy. So went and got a replacement belt that's almost identical to the belt that I had because I liked it, um, which is weird, which I know is weird. But yeah, I ended up going and getting it there, and a few other odds and ends. Because say, and yes, these are the ears of the horse. Um, I had a good bit of luck came in. My Twitch money came through. The monthly bit of money that comes in from Twitch, which I'm always thrilled to see. Obviously, supportive folks that decide to throw a few dollars my way every now and again. I was very thankful of that. Y'all are great. Um, but yeah, that's coming in a little early now, as people have been talking about on the internet. Um, it is. Wait, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how this attaches here. It doesn't attach like that. It doesn't make sense. Go around it. Oh, there it is. Got it. Figured it out. Don't mind me. Just getting this horse head together. Here we go. Um, yeah, I got so Twitch money came through. I got an early check for my birthday from someone. It was very nice of them to send me some cash for my birthday. And then also, um, I mentioned this on Twitter, folks. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's twitter.com/PatBear. I talk about anime. I talk about um, current events. Talk about friends. I promote myself. I promote my friends. Occasionally, I retweet important things that I think are important and would like the world to know more about. Um, but yeah, I try to keep it positive when I can. Um, I tweeted about it that so those that don't know, I was in one episode of Broad City. I don't act a lot, but I have been in the New York comedy community for a very long time. So people who have known me for a long time, if I tech their shows when they become successful, sometimes they throw me a bone, and I get to do something cool. I'm a decent enough actor, not great, but I'm decent enough. I can say lines people give me, especially if they wrote the part with me in mind. I can usually nail it. We got here. I got a new subscriber. Olafulge. Laugh. Thank you very much, Olaf. Thank you for that, for tier 1 subscription. Very much appreciate it. Thank you for joining. Feel free to use that bear cave emote here in the chat. Let people know what's up. Got that bear cave emote just for you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so I did one episode of Broad City, like very small role, a little fun, mostly just a reactionary character. I was happy to do it. Whole Foods employee was the bit. Um, okay, so this is where our little piece here goes like this. It goes like that. Okay, good. I figured that out. We'll figure this out. And then H6 and H7. Okay, right. Yeah, like I said, I did that. I was very happy to do it. It was a really fun day. They're fantastic. The whole crew was really nice. It was a great day to do it. It was the Gowanus Whole Foods. Happy to be there. Um, but yeah, and I got paid well. I got a exemption from SAG-AFTRA exemption because I don't earn enough money or work consistently enough in the industry to join the union, but they're a union show, so so I did get paid via SAG-AFTRA, and because of that, because they're a SAG-AFTRA show, they take care of me. And in that instance, taken care of means that like when they sell the show to another country in a package, or it airs again on Comedy Central, or it's or there's a DVD sales. They sell like the to a DVD company, like distribution company. When things like that happen, um, folks get paid again, and I never know when it's going to happen. And sometimes it's $1 from like a year's worth of iTunes sales. And sometimes it's a pretty significant amount of money. Obviously, I won't say the exact number, but it was a lovely amount of money came in for work I did a couple years ago, and I'm very happy about that because if other people are going to keep making money off of that, I'd like to keep making money off of it. Um, so yeah, so that came in. That was a nice, pleasant surprise. I'll probably use some of that money towards model kit stuff, but I'm also, like I said, going to San Diego Comic Con, so I would like to probably spend a little of that money on that as well. Um, all right, so we're gonna put these reins in here, rein it in, and do it like this. Great, we did it. We did it. That I thought that was actually be a little harder than it was. Um, and of course, there are probably stickers that I could put on this. Oh, I also could have done this without the that, but I didn't. I didn't. I just put it on there. I think it looks cooler with it. Uh, all right, now we're gonna build a horse body, I guess. Um, so we'll start working on this horse body. Uh, SDCC is my least favorite convention. I've never been, so I understand it's a lot. It's too much. It's a nightmare. But I've never been. I'm going to do some video content for Oni, so I'm excited to work with them. I worked with them at Emerald City Comic Con. Um, the one of the biggest headaches of like getting there and getting a hotel and all that has been lovingly provided for me, which is wonderful. I'll be sharing a room with uh, a friend of mine, Charlie Chu. Some people know. So I'll be sharing a hotel with him, and I'm kind of just going into it like hoping to have fun. There'll be a few people I haven't seen in a while that will be at the event, so I'm looking forward to seeing friends that I don't get to see that often. That'll be very nice. But yeah, the goal is to do some good video for Oni, to keep that going, to justify them bringing me out, and then see some stuff, maybe spend a little money on some things here and there, but mostly just, try to take it easy. I'm not going to wait in long lines for exclusives or anything like that. That's not my style, but maybe buy a model kit here or there. Didn't think I was going to buy a model kit in Emerald City Comic Con. Came back with a tall geese because it was a very good price. The best part is spending a ton on small press. Yeah, and I'm going to be out there with Oni, so like I'm going to be seeing some small press folks. Going to be spending some time talking to some indie publishers and indie authors, and that's kind of the focus that I'll be doing because we'll be talking about their line of stuff, and of course some of that is talking about like their bigger products, like yeah, am I going to talk a bunch about the Invader Zim comic they do? Certainly. Am I going to be talking about all the Rick and Morty comics they do? Of course I am. But I also hope that there'll be time for me to talk about a few other projects, like some smaller stuff. Um, like Kim Reaper, which is so great. Such a great young adult story. Um, there's a couple. My Boyfriend is a Bear. It's a fantastic book. Yeah, no, Chica, Kim Reaper is awesome. I love the Dead Weight is a great young adult. It's a young adult story and murder mystery at a weight loss camp. Uh, so if you like Kim Reaper, I think Dead Weight is the next book to get in that young adult style. Um, and then Sci-Fu is really fun. Uh, I met the creator of Sci-Fu, and I think we have plans to hang at San Diego. I believe he'll be there. Yehudi rules. That dude's just awesome. That's one of my favorite things about doing, because I don't have a lot of big connections with indie comic people. I know a few indie comic folks out there, not too many, but a few. Because a lot of them came out of other things, or like uh, a friend of mine who helps write strong female protagonist. Um, BLM is a wonder. Like I know a few people in that world, but not a lot. So it's been nice to kind of meet some of them and see the kind of work they're doing. Um, because most of the time when I'm going to like small press things, I'm just kind of picking up whatever and not really following people. So it's been cool to meet some folks in that realm. Uh, there are a lot of really good people in our world. Yeah, and then I am trying to get in some sort of copy uh, of what DJ Kirkland is working on. Like I don't think I could say what it is. I think there's definitely people that know what the deal is and know um, what he's working on. But I think it's not in my place to say. But I know that it's gonna be like nuts, like the best kind of like it's gonna be a big thing. Uh, yes, Black Mage. Yes. So I don't know how much DJ Kirkland has put out there about Black Mage. He kind of gave me the like, hey, this is what it's going to be pitch. Because I met him in Emerald City. He did a panel for Oni, where we played Secret Hitler. Um, and he kind of gave the like, this is what we're going to do. And I was just like, oh, I think my exact words were he described it, and I just went, oh fuck, okay, which which was my honest reaction. So can't say too much about it, I don't think, but like that book is going to ruffle feathers. Oh, okay, so he does. Yeah, he tweets page progress. That's good, but yeah, it's it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a big deal. Um, but yeah, so I'm excited about San Diego for that reasons. Not for like like New York Comic Con is enough of a nightmare for me. I'm not going to Hall H. I'm not gonna go if people are like, hey, we can get into this movie thing. I'll follow my friends and do that. But also like folks here know my good buddy Aaron Trites recently relocated at the beginning of this year to San Diego. So I'm going to go hang out with Aaron. Hopefully. We don't know exactly how all that's going to work out, but the goal is to spend some time and see what's up. Maybe see the business venture that he is putting forth. The hope was that he'd be ready in time. I don't know if he will be in ready time, but the hope was that he would be. So hopefully I'll be able to go and hang out. And that's also kind of like my hope is that he'll be up and running, and I'll be able to, from his business, use his business internet, get an internet connection at his work, and stream from there. That's the hope, anyway. Because, like, I'm not imagining I'll be able to do it from my hotel. Okay. So here's our horse. That's parts of our horse. Now we can work on the legs, the many horse legs we've got to build. Um, okay. I'm going to drink a little more water. Um, I used to say the same thing about New York Comic Con. Like, New York Comic Con now unfortunately, it's become less and less friends of mine, unfortunately, go to New York Comic Con because it just got very expensive, and then it got harder to afford to break even because there'd be years where they were in the block, which is for cool artists that aren't Artist Alley people, but like they'd be doing construction in the Javits Center, and it would be in an area where they weren't getting people to come out to see them. Less of my friends go now to New York Comic Con, which is a shame. But it's still a fun time to see people and hang out. I don't know. Last 2 years, I have been at New York Comic Con with Cards Against Humanity, which was great because it coincided with me not being able to get a professional badge. The New York Comic Con, it is totally within their right to refuse me because I probably didn't need to be able to get a professional badge there anyway. But I used to apply for it and get it, and then suddenly I couldn't anymore, and that was annoying. And then luckily I had a reason to be there with cards. Don't have that reason anymore, unfortunately. So I don't know how I'm going to be going to New York Comic Con this year, but that is the plan, is to still go. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'll have to figure it out. Do have a couple friends that are running tables, so I might be able to work for them. I have to figure that out. Verve is going to be there. That's going to be a big one for them. The people, the spin-off from Crunchyroll, the idea of it's the service you could get if you wanted a bunch of services. You could just pay them. I'm not doing an ad for Verve. I will give the caveat. Verve did pay for my year of an account, so I have Crunchyroll stuff and Funimation stuff and other things that I don't really use because of them, which was very nice of them to do. And I might do some work with them at New York Comic Con. We'll see. I also might do some stuff with Oni. I have to figure that out as well. They have a bit of a smaller production there, but like the nice thing about it being New York is they don't have to put me up at a hotel if it's in New York. Um, so it might be easier to get me involved there if they just have to uh, hang out and they don't have to like spend the money to get me there. Who knows? I don't know yet. But I am excited to go to San Diego for the first time. Um, Even if it's the only time I ever go, I think it's still going to be cool to be there, and I'm happy to be invited. All right. So there's some stickers I could apply here. I believe this is a hoof, so I might apply this sticker now. As you know, I'm not really a sticker person. I'm not great at it. The Lego decal stuff, I'm better at, so I might not. I might just do that, but I don't know. They're big hooves. Let's see what. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's not great, but it's okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna at least do the hooves because they're not too hard to do. So we'll do that. When I mess it up, I mess it up. Then it becomes a collector's item, right? Haha. All right. So this is 47 here. Then 47 goes into 48, which is HP 4 and 3. I get numbers. I honestly thought that I would be able to finish up the horse today. I think I did. I wasn't counting on this being a little more involved than I originally planned, but whatever. The idea is that next Thursday we'll finish it up, and then we've also got our Vidar from Iron Blood Orphans, which is a very cool looking kit, and it's the full mechanics kit. Uh, that was also off my wish list, so I'm excited to build that. But yeah, that's full mechanics, so we'll do the whole skeleton first, and then you build the armor around it. People said like it gets old once you do it once, but I still think it's a cool gimmick, so I'm excited to do it again. Uh, and I like a cool gimmick. Y'all know that about me. I do enjoy a cool gimmick. All right, so that goes in like that. That goes in like this. That's a leg. We got one leg done. That's fun. Kind of doesn't want to stay though. What the heck? Whatever. All right, we got one leg done. This is 48, so this is going to be 48 is one of the front ones. So I'm just going to put that on there. We'll do that. That's cool. All right. So we got one leg done, and we'll get into the next leg. Very similar to that one, because this is going to be 51, which is or 52, which is the back leg. So now we're going to do a back leg, similar but different. 11. All right. I am excited for July. I'm going to renew my Netflix so that I can, because I let my Netflix lapse, because there's also one thing I really wanted to watch. I usually let that lapse when it is. But I'm coming back for Glow, Season 2 of Glow. Can't wait to see that. Season 1 was excellent, and there was room for improvement. So I'm excited to see that. Because I really did enjoy the first season. So looking forward to that show. Let's see. Oh, new Overlord. That'll be good on the anime side. Because second half of this second season, I did enjoy. It was slow going, but I am excited for more Overlord. Because yeah, like I said, I do like that show. Trying to think if there's anything else coming out that I was psyched about. Oh, so folks, I'll probably talk about it more on Thursday because some of the people that recommended I watch it are not here live, so I can't tell them that I watched a little bit. I think I watched the first 2 episodes of Full Metal Panic, the new series, and yeah, I can understand why people are into that. It's there's already some real in there, some like holy shits in that show already. So I can understand why people are into it. I'm gonna give that a fair shake because I know people were recommending that I check it out, and yeah, I like what I saw. I don't know, for sure if I'm gonna keep up with it, but I did like what I saw. So, at the very least, I will watch a few more episodes. Because yeah, it seems pretty cool. I don't know if there's anything else for me to say about that. Yeah, so I'll check that out. I mentioned earlier about Comic Girls. That show has been fun, but I'm kind of ready for it to be over. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that I'm in. This last episode wasn't my favorite of um, Love is Hard for Otaku. I think that it wasn't the strongest episode because I really don't care about that guy's younger brother, and it was focused on him. The episode was focused on him, and since I don't really care about that character, it was hard to be invested in it. But I think it'll perk back up because there'll be another episode I like. I do like the small touches of the world within the video game that they do. That's not really the focus of the show, but I do think that their in-game version of a MMO is fun and cute. So I do like that. And go. But yeah, I might call it a little early. We're gonna keep going. I think we're gonna do. We'll definitely get all the legs done because I do want to finish this up. So we're almost done with this whole kit. So we'll finish off the horse, but I'm not going to start the next kit that I have. I'll wait until Thursday to do that. But we'll definitely get this horse done. But yeah, especially since we didn't, don't have a ton of folks watching tonight, so I'm not going to like go nuts with going overboard and over long or anything. Alright, so let's finish these 2 legs that we got to build here. 50 is the front leg we got to build. 50 here. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else on Netflix that I should be checking out, if there's anything I missed. As far as anime stuff goes, I am caught up again on My Hero Academia, and I am caught up again on Food Wars. Food Wars is hitting its stride. This is the stuff that I've been waiting for. This was the stuff that I wished we had seen more of in the third plate. So I'm very happy about this season stuff here, this competition. Seeing some characters you didn't really know too much about and kind of figuring out more about them. That's what I like. Yeah. I like a good battle, and you're going to get that. Alright, so let's see here. Didn't do great on that one, but whatever. The fact that I'm doing any stickers at all, you should be... No, yeah, I'm not, you don't owe me anything. But it is rare for me to do any sticker application. Like I said, I will definitely do decals for I definitely have no problem doing decals for Legos because they're not hard to do. You can mess them up several times. They're easy to line up and do over and over again. Stickers, I am now like ruining the sticker in order to do it right, which is a bummer. I definitely just ripped this sticker in half because I didn't have the patience to do it right, which is a shame. But this will be the hoof in the back, so hopefully you won't see it. Hopefully there'll be a lot to be in the way of seeing that hoof. And I think these go on the face there. There's some gold. I don't know where they go. But yeah, I also, I give away these kits, so eventually someday someone's going to have this, and they can apply stickers if they are so inclined to do so. The horse does need a little bit, I think, of something to perk it up, so I'm not opposed to doing some of that. There's probably something on the face, right? Let me look. Oh yeah, there's some green eyes there. I can maybe do that. They're very tiny. You know what? I can't do that. Those are too tiny. I'm not going to do the eyes. Sorry. That's something for you all out there to do. If you think that this needs that, feel free to add it yourself. I am not going to. Yeah, there's also like the horn. I should put stuff on there. I'm just not going to do it. I'm, nervous that I'm going to mess it up. Stickers and decals were my bane back when I did modeling in the past. Yeah, like board. I'm not great at it. Like I said, just not confident that I can consistently do an okay enough job on it. And so I'd rather not. The Pokemon model kits that we did relied so heavily on stickers that I, kind of had to do it. Otherwise, it wouldn't look good at all. And that was, it turned out okay, but wasn't great. Sol Legeo did not necessarily look awesome. Sol Galeo, I should say. Sol Galeo didn't necessarily look rad as hell. He looked done. But yeah, I leave that up to the next generation. You do it. and then send me a photo. I do like that when I send out my kits, people do send me photos of it. Some people send me like if they've displayed them or if they've assembled them themselves. I do like that, and I keep all the stickers and such. Any extra pieces I always put in because I know that folks would like some people like that, and some people do marker work. Some people do paint. I don't do either of those. I don't have the patience for it, and also I don't think it like there are some people that are able to do that while holding up a conversation on stream. I just don't think I would be one of those people. I think I would be very bad at that part of it. I'm already bad enough as it is. Sometimes I just skip steps because I'm thinking too much. All right. um, I mentioned that I was doing a bunch of. I was playing a lot of, or not playing. I was watching um, Gate again, the anime Gate, not Steins Gate. Gate. Uh, I think I'm done. I think I got to the point where I stopped the last time, and I think I'm happy there. It's fine enough. I think like the best parts of that show are the first time that the folks from the other side come to Earth. I think is the best part of that show. Them dealing with Earth for the first time, and once we get into like the king and dealing with like the prince and all that stuff, it's not as fun, in my opinion, anyway. Wait, how did I mess this up? But I still think it's a good show. It's just that I think it's better earlier in the show. Painting is the scariest thing ever. You're totally right. Um, Giant dragon. Yeah, I just never want to do paint. I know people use markers and and fine paint stuff, and they're great at it. I know there are people out there that do work with miniatures that are doing incredible work out there with miniatures. I have the utmost respect for them and the work they do. But I also know that that is not for me at all. That's not what I want to do with my time or my energy. All right, so that's the front horse. Wait, there. We got one more to do. We're going to do one more leg. We'll finish off this kit. We'll call it quits. Um, Oh, and also the kind of cool thing is if we had a high grade burning or shining Gundam, they can also ride the horse because eventually the horse comes back to help out our hero. They show that in the photos, which I think is a fun element. That the horse is like, yeah, all right, I'll hang out. Um, I'll help you. Cool. That is, I think, a very fun part of the show of the series. And just the idea, you can see in the photo, just the idea of a horse wearing the connection suit that lets them pilot their Gundams. It's so silly. In a show that is unbelievable nonsense, it is an extra layer of nonsense, in my opinion. Other than the Devil Gundam, which is just unbelievable in its weirdness. There's a lot of weird design. Obviously, a lot of it is stereotypical and bad and problematic at best and nonsense. There's a lot to not like about uh, G Gundam, but I think it's ambitious in its attempt to be something else. And if G hadn't happened, I don't know if Wing would have happened. And Wing is one of my favorite things of all time. So I don't think I get Wing uh, without G Gundam. So I'm very pleased for that. So in that respect, I love it, even though it is tough. I believe that is on Crunchyroll, subtitled. It includes the I mean, yes, it's a unicorn piloted by a horse. I mean, you kind of can't get better than that. It is unique and incredible in that way, in that regard, uh, and unbelievable. Um, but yeah, I believe it is subtitled, and that also includes the episode that was not. If you only watched G Gundam when it was on Toonami or Adult Swim or whatever it was on, if you only watched it in that respect, you missed out on the. There's a fan service episode. There's like a beach episode uh, that is on the subtitle. I can't remember what happens, but it is like a fan service episode that they just didn't air. It's like the hot spring episode of Outlaw Star. I remember that one. Fans, and by fans I mean nerdy perverts were upset that the dub didn't have that episode. Maybe it was only on the DVD and not they didn't air it live. Maybe they did dub it. I can't remember the specifics. I'm gonna cough. Pardon me. But you are right that a Gundam piloted by a horse it makes it a great Gundam. Um, the fact that this horse has autonomy and it's not just another vehicle is pretty incredible. So this goes like this, and it goes like that, and then that goes on there, and then it bounces it. Oh, hell yeah. Actually, let's do it like this. Oh, hell yeah. This rules. Look at that. How cool that is. Alright, so before we end, we will put our Gundam here. We will take this off. We will put the wings back on, and we will put our we'll take this clamshell version off and put this where it belongs. And put this on and put this guy on it. We'll put the Master Gundam on the horse. Nearly every anime has a beacher. Yes, I mean it is the fan sub episode. That was a show I watched not too long ago. The Slow Start had a beach episode because it needed a beach episode. Uh, it had a beach and a pool because like the pool was an offshoot of the beach. Like every show has one of those. Like it is part of the thing that you keep doing shows is that you uh, have an episode that allows you to do that. Yeah, you gotta have a fan service hot spring beach episode. Sometimes it's the OVA. Sometimes it's not the main story. It's not the main show. It's the OVA happens, but it's gotta happen because it is a requirement. All right, so we'll put the wings on here. All right. Oops. I'm just going to put these on like this. And then figure out how this piece comes off. Whoops. Oh no. But yeah, just not every anime, but most anime has at least one episode that takes place in a pool or the beach or somewhere because it is expected of that. Especially a show like an action show, like you're like, oh, there's a Gundam fan service episode? Really? It's like, yeah, there is. Sorry. Oh. I wonder if the Japanese is letting me know of this secret way to pull this piece off, but I don't know what it is. If there's a secret way, there it is. It came off. That came off. So that comes off. This goes up. That goes back on. And then, oops. Then there's a peg to peg this in to keep it together. Horse! We did it. That's pretty rad. I'm excited about this horse. We got a Gundam riding a horse. We did it, everybody. So that's going to do it for the Build with Baer Workshop. I want to thank you for joining me. Got another kit to build Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back. Hopefully a few more people will be watching. A few more people will be chatting. Thank you for everybody that did hang out. You're wonderful. I really do appreciate all the support I get from everybody continuously. Y'all are rad as heck, and I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. And yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Check the show description on YouTube, twitter.com/PatBear. Like and subscribe and share with your friends. Archive will be up tomorrow for everybody, tomorrow afternoon. And my Patreon supporters, $5 level, will get this video very soon. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Bye.